Hey, greetings everyone. It is GleeCon, and I'm back with you again, ready to make another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Your deep, thorough dive into every single nook and cranny of the World of Warcraft universe. On our last two episodes, due to some server issues, confounded Blizzard, we read the Dungeons and Dragons source book, the final one, called Dark Factions, and we read about the Cult of the Damned. So hopefully you're not going to get flagged for inappropriate language, but it's more like you've been damned in a sort of a religious or a hellish sense, not a profane sense or not a beaver sense. Yeah, kind of a crazy faction. I would say it's definitely a dark faction, and it's one of the few, if not the only faction we've done so far where it's almost inconceivable to actually make PCs as part of that faction, unless, as they described, you kind of did it as someone who's waking up and leaving the faction. So go check that episode out if you want to have a little bit of backstory and deeper understanding of that cult. We've also been playing Classic. On the last one, we took Shalacir, who is just woefully behind all my other characters. Arator, with all his paladin questing, is now our highest level, and she is only 22 after the cycle is over. Farinell is doing pretty darn good himself because he is pushed forward, and he is in a pretty strong zone in Hillsbrad Foothills, so stay a while and listen. As we do Hillsbrad, we continue that journey with him. Shalacir moved on into the she started in the wetlands to finish up a quest, and then she moved into Ashenvale. She's our first character. So I've been calling this Hillsbrad Foothills, but really this is Hillsbrad Foothills from, I think I gotta start calling it like Hillsbrad Foothills Horde, because, yeah, we have, very shortly we'll have our Alliance members joining us as well. It looks like Farinell has some things he can sell. Oh my gosh, his armor is trash, so these brocade shoes, even though they're gray, are actually better than what he's wearing. He can't cook Big Bear steak. This patch leather belt is leather. What can he do? Can he do anything with this linen? I guess he can sell it. He does have some wool he can make. I don't know why I just kind of came here and... Oh, forgot. He's got a crap ton of 25 soul stones. And I guess they put one in the bag because he's got his Void Walker out there. I'm guessing I left off in here because I'm just planning on hearthing back to Terran Mill to continue the next batch of quests. But we might as well sell while we're here. Nothing special going on with my bandages. You can't get anything until you're level 150 when you can learn Silk, and even then, what's the point, you know? I could fly back to Terran Mill, but it's kind of a far flight, so I don't think we're going to do that. Just sell this stuff off. Yeah, what's the point of keeping the linen? I guess I'll start building a stack for that. Mountain Lion blood is one of the things we'll be collecting. Oh, what about this belt? No, I have a much better belt. Oh yeah, because I kind of grew into my I'm gonna sell my cheese. I don't need that. Did I buy some herbal stuff? Herbal remedies for myself? Nah, I don't really have anything to do with it. Yeah, so let's go head back to Terran Mill, because if you look, we have Battle of Hillsbrad we need to do, we have the Elixir Pain with the Mountain Lion Blood, and then we have some 28 level quests. That's going to be a little bit tough. So, he's definitely... Oh, wait a minute. Was that it? Was I looking at quests that... did I not give myself... I wonder if I need to learn my level 20, because I just dinged to 24. So I guess we'll do our due diligence. What do you get at 24? That's what I'm kind of curious. I wonder if I'm missing some... I guess we'll take a peek. So this might be a waste of time, but I might have flown back here because I wanted to level up my talents, and I made that look just casual, just a razor thin fall off the edge. Not land in the green goo, just like it was nothing. Total luck. I do like having these soul bags. I would prefer one more regular bag. I don't need 24 going on, but he was on Bag Purgatory, and then he did the double quest. That's one of the few instances where you can get the same quest line twice. Well, there's a quest line, I think, for a succubus and an incubus, and I'm guessing the game sort of kind of intends you to just pick one, and I was like, nah, I'm doing both, and we did those on camera. And so he has a boy and a girl version of the same demon, and he also has double soul bags. Kind of silly. And what's dumb is you have to buy the book for both. I think, yeah, he's got succubus going on. Let's look at the... Ah, I do have a lot of training to do. That's a little bit scary. Okay, so let's see what's what's the important stuff. So that's 22. This Curse of Weakness, rank 3. So anything that's a level 22 spell, I'm going to learn, because that's behind the times. I should have already learned it. Alright, so let's just go right off the bat and upgrade Curse of Weakness from rank 2, which reduces by 6, to rank 3, which reduces it by 10. Whatever, I don't use that very much, but I should have already... Oops. I should have already had that in my wheelhouse, sort of. Drain Life rank 2, I should have had that. Yeah, so he's kind of sucking at his money here. Or at his... Yeah, his... So that's good. I guess we go from 10 health a second to 17 health a second. Although the mana cost has gone up a little bit. I will look at that later. Boom, boom. So those are all 24s. We'll come back to that. Demonology. There's no destruction at 22. We got them already. Or 24. Lesser Healthstone. This is a good one because I'm still rocking Minor, which is 100 health at least. Lesser will go to 250, and he had so almost half my life. That's just more. That's just plain good sense right there. Although to my, I don't know if Lesser sounds better than Minor. I don't know.
Zug.
So that he was behind. What about any other demonology? I have Kilrog. Jeez. Okay, so I wouldn't exactly call it a useless spell, but yeah, it's a sight, a vision, a movement spell. Kind of a silly spell. I'm gonna put it up there. Like, I don't really particularly care. I always see those as more as like PvP talents. And what else do we have in the demonology? Sense Demons. Now that's 24, and I do not give a crap. Useless. Like, those kind of things are gone. Because I think they realized, who is using these? For real. Whoever finds the need, I guess maybe PvP and you want to know where enemy warlocks are? Like, I can't see a sense other than that. Alright, now this guy is our person that has the instant cast Corruption. That's our bread and butter, so I definitely want Corruption.
Victory!
That's for sure. This is our Affliction bread and butter guy. Definitely up Corruption. And as I said, I'm having a feeling that since Demons is going to be the one that falls by the wayside here, Drain Mana or Drain Soul. Well, we already have Drain Soul rank 1, so what's the difference? 155. Oh yeah, triple the damage, for sure. Now, 125. It does up the cost, but definitely Drain Soul. We might as well pick up Drain Mana too. This is the first time we'll have that. The unfortunate thing about Drain Mana is that it requires the enemy to have mana. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's not really... You know, it's not really, I don't know why oh, that was when I was doing that one thing. That, when I was 3-manning Aragol. Yeah, it's just not... I don't know how to describe it. I guess I'll put it over here by the life tap, even though it is sort of a damaging thing. I keep it over here with my other drains when I'm on my other warlock. I guess I'm going to test out how I feel with it. I don't use it very much because the few times I've wanted to use it, I find myself spamming it against someone that doesn't have mana. Alright, I would love to, for the sake of just putting a button... Oh my gosh, you know what? I didn't even look at the demonology guy. So 27, we didn't buff my demon at all. Okay, so what can we do about that? We might not be able to do anything. So let's look at see 22, 24. Fire shield rank 2 for the demon. That costs 27, so we're behind on that. Summon our Void Walker. I know that he doesn't have the demon's fire shield rank 2. There, we can at least see if that he has these things. So he does have torment, sacrifice. He needs sacrifice rank 2. I use him all the time. That is important. So we are behind on that. Also, suffering rank 1. Oh man. So there are some key. Soothing Kiss. Probably I already have this. Go ahead and burn some of these. That's the only other one that's possibly out there. I'm pretty sure I do, because I think I had it kind of sitting around and I wasted money and bought it for both.
Could you?
Yeah, she already. I couldn't resist. I'll fly and get that soul shard back, or Hearthstone. I don't know. Okay, so I think I'm kind of screwed because I need 54. Actually, let's go ahead and look at the old imp too. We'll see if we really do have that last, and then we'll bounce. So we have. Nope. Oh yeah, he couldn't. He just learned it. All right. So.
Bye.
There we go. All right, let's hearth back. So we have 3 demon things I didn't get to, and I have 1 move. So I need about a gold. We're behind. So I have to remember next time I'm questing with him, or if I can get to about a gold in this episode, maybe I'll go back and just learn a little bit here. Okay. So let's get back in business here. Demon armor is different than demon skin. I know I made that mistake quite a bit. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's bring our Void Walker back into play. Got 18 minutes left on my Lesser Intellect. And I don't see any quests out here, but we do need this Mountain Lion Blood, and we do need the Battle of Hillsbrad over there. Oh, Citizen Wilkes is dangerous as well. I don't know that we'll necessarily go that deep. Let's just work on killing some lions. And other mobs. Why not? So this character is one that I've been working on, really focusing on the Affliction side, which I haven't played my Affliction Warlock in a while, but in Shadowlands, I really enjoyed the Affliction Warlock. I was able to pump out some pretty solid damage. It's a very simple rotation. And I think Destruction Warlocks are pretty high up there right now. They're having a moment of power. They're always pretty solid. That was actually one of the first characters that I made when I restarted playing again. I made he was sort of my Horde main originally. I made a little Goblin Destruction Warlock. But their lack of mobility compared to the other classes really I still like him, but I really fell in love with my Vengeance Demon Hunter. So that kind of. Thanks, buddy. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got some Immolate, boom, boom. I don't know that rotation is anything special. Let's hit him with at least 1 Shadow Bolt. Pretty sure I have no talents that I need. Oh, he's after me. Because I don't have. Well, he wasn't gonna get. Whatever that thing is. Oh, I forgot. I need to recharge. I need a couple shards. I should probably soul shard myself. And let's get a health stone going. He's just right after me. I guess I gotta give the kitty cat, or give Mactaz time to build that thread up. Nice. Little dinky doodah over here, really chopping me up. Okay, so that's 1. Let's do the old soul stone. Get out of jail free myself. That takes a lot of mana. I guess there's nothing holding me back from just making this stuff right now. Okay. Alright, so... no mountain lion blood on that. Bears. But we're gonna get... I mean, lion meat. Can I make hot lion chops? I do have that, one of these. Big bear steak is what I have. Gotcha. Alright. So we'll see what we get going. I mean, I'm not gonna hold on to any meat. I need money. Really. I don't need to kill the bears so much. I really like that Shadow Priest talent that lets you gain that increased... whatever they call it. I'll let them just generate threat. The increased spirit, I guess, mana regeneration. Yeah, that guy's really after me. Yeah, I forgot. There we go, got another mountain lion blood, but I keep forgetting to soul tap these guys. I need to make up. I'm 3 shards down out of the 24 max. I mean, I just hit him with my dots there. Let him generate, and then hopefully they give me some. I mean, they're not giving me anything really to sell. You know, I don't think it's a coincidence. Oh my God, that's a little slow. Sip of my coffee. I don't think it's a coincidence that my characters that struggle with bag space are the ones that are behind in money. I think that there's an obvious correlation there. It's worth it. Now, because of my soul shard sitch, I might just, like, ride it out with him. Make some runs back to whatever town we're in. See, now that it's doing a little bit more damage, before it just felt like a... oh, man, when they hit you, it really cuts down on the time that your character will channel. So, that time I felt like I started it in good shape. I have this right there too. That's really for tougher creatures, I guess. Mactaz, my friend. See, they really... I got one that time. Thin black call. So that's what I'm hoping is maybe the thin black... I'm just all about this money right now. I can't get out of my head that my demon is not as powerful as he otherwise could be. So I would really like... oh yeah, that just rips the threat right off. No. Other way around that. I keep getting that lion meat. If I could learn hot lion chops, I'd definitely be in good shape. But getting the blood for the quest is also nice. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna hit him with this combo of dots here instead. And just plug away for a little bit. My mana's a little bit low, and drain mana would not work on this foolish mortal. You know what, I just noticed that I thought I had 18 minutes left on that potion. I don't know what happened to it. The sharp claw, which can be used in some potions. There's 2 of them converging. I don't want to necessarily fight 2 at the same time. Okay, now I could life tap myself a little bit there. I have my full bags of soul shards, so I'm okay with that. I guess I could work on life tapping, and then do a little drain life, help make that up a little bit. Yikes, that didn't work too well. Okay, let's send him after. Maybe this time I'll just exclusively drain life. Well, I gotta put the dot on at least. At least 1 dot. And now I'll just slowly try to get myself back up to full. I don't know if it really... I guess it works solid. But now I can't move it around. Okay, so now I've got to... that really lasts a long time, that. There's a more powerful spell is already active. I don't see that happening. It's coming after me. So there goes the good positive work I was doing in terms of oh, there goes Mech has his life, but he can do that shadow regen thing after consume shadows, so he's not in as bad of a spot. Got some big bear meat. So where's that? Yeah, so consume shadows lets him get his life. It's pretty actually OP, and the cooldown is nothing if you look at it. It just takes up his mana. Okay, where we are on our lion blood? We got 4 out of 10. I think I had 1 coming in, so we're just gonna walk the fields looking for lions. Looking for lions in all the wrong places. Well, hopefully the right places. We can kill some farmers while we're out and about too. I feel like humanoids tend to have a little bit more money on their person, as opposed to the no money that you get. But you can get some nice silver for some of the things you sell. I just don't know. Like, we're getting meat, and typically those crafting reagents are pretty crappy for selling, especially raw. So that torn furry ear, I feel like that's one you can get that a lot of places. So that's a bad sign. Like torn furry ear, I feel like you can get that from the lions, the baby lions, like in the barrens and stuff. So probably not gonna have a super high quest rate, sell rate. This guy says, I'm trying to escort my warlock to Silithus and Molten Core for flight paths and future summons. I don't even want to help. Why? That's the point. If you're not powerful enough to go there now, why do you need the... Just... Like, that's a lot of work. Yeah, just get some in there. That's what someone else says. Get some in there in the first place. Yeah, it is a long run. That's what I don't get why... I mean, unless you're kind of having a natural progression through questing it. But we've seen when we do it with a few things with Callie and some of the other characters that we do, when you get stuck running across continents, or just on the last episode we did with Muln, man, it can be quite a long run. Yeah, the run to Silithus? That's crazy, because you'd have to go through Ngoro. That's, I think, the only way to get there at this stage. So, alright, we're getting some decent XP, which is good. I think we were maybe a couple bars in, so we've gotten another 2 to 3 bars, which is always good. It looks like we can get lions up here, technically up in Alterac Mountains. So, if we get too close to the Hillsbrad Fields, take a peek at that area. There's a herb. We definitely need some of those. We don't want to neglect our herbalism. Oh, that bear's getting close. I mean, we killed a lot of bears on the previous episode. There's a tiger and a lion. I mean, not a tiger. Come on. This isn't... That makes me think of the D&D book. When I was reading the addendum, they were talking about, you know, the lions in World of Warcraft are your typical African lion or something like that. This is the D&D models. Like this is, it's like they ripped it straight from the Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even know why. Like, why make that analog? Now that was a bear gallbladder and a bloody bear paw. So I feel like the bear, one of those two probably sells decently. And this is what happened last time. I think we started getting full, and I had to start tossing instead of making money. This time, I don't think we're going to do that. We need money. We need about a gold. And I won't take no for an answer, because I will... Yeah, Fuzzy in the comments said that, yeah, the downside of having so many characters and juggling so much instead of doing like one smooth journey for each, which I agree, is, man, by the time we get back to a character, sometimes it's been like 2 weeks, and I can't remember. We've got 9 characters, And I typically, lately, I've been doing it with all the other gaming I'm doing on the side. I've been doing about 1 episode per day. And yeah, so that means at best, maybe a 9-day cycle. And then the fact that I mix in the reading on the side, that means for every 9 characters, we're really doing 18 episodes. And I do miss a day here and there. So, I mean, every once in a while I'll do 2 episodes, but lately that's few and far between. So, I'm trying to get better. But, you know, it's just, it's all, this ultimately, this has to be fun for me, and it is, but, you know, on those periods of time where I'm sitting there doing 10 episodes in a day, it starts to be a little bit of a grind, and I don't want it to become that. There have been times where I'm like, and really it's just the length of these episodes. They're so long, but I don't want to chunk it down shorter. If we broke it down any shorter, it would be, some of these would just take a really long time. So this game is just so long and time consuming. And to do it so many different times takes a lot. And the fact that I have to sequester myself, that's part of it too, so when, you know, my wife has to be on board with me saying, like, okay, I'm gonna go back there and you cannot talk to me or bother me or anything. Can't make any noise right outside the door or come knocking on the door or anything for a good hour, which is not crazy. That's why it happens all the time. But still, I have to, like, you know, I have to accommodate and make sure that I'm not, you know, that I'm being respectful to the rest of the needs of my family. And anybody that's been married for a while and you're a watcher of the show, you understand that your happiness in your household is paramount above all other things. That's what comes first. So you don't get to stay married for a long time without a constant work on the relationship and in respect of your partner's needs and preferences, and it goes both ways. Like, she knows that this show is important to me, this hobby is important to me, so she respects that, and I think, you know, she also knows it could be, like, there are worse things out there in the world. I could be into drugs, I could be into going out to the bar or to the strip club or whatever. I don't know what other guys do. I can't imagine there's too many successful, long-lasting marriages where the guy's hobby is the strip club, but I mean, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure that some people are cool with that. I've never been a strip club guy. It's just not my, never been my cup of tea. I just, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I just don't like the, I mean, I like empowering women and giving them an opportunity to use whatever assets they have in order to make money, as should everyone be entitled to do that. I don't judge, I don't look down on it. I think it's probably my own upbringing. My mother was a lady of independent entrepreneurship. Okay, we got all our lions. We don't have to kill any lions anymore. So she engaged in a lot of activities. Not the least among them being a stripper. So I grew up deeply enmeshed in that and seeing my mom and my mom's friends live that lifestyle, and I think that you know, if I'm being a self-psychologist here, that's probably plays a big role why there's little to no appeal to that, and there never has been. Like maybe once or twice in my life for like a bachelor party or something I've been to one. But that's about it. But the reason why this got brought up is because, yeah, the time on the show. When I want to, so a lot of the times what happens, especially now in summertime, with the kids being off school and my working from home and we got to kill these farmers. That's what we have to do for this portion of the quest. I'm not just randomly murdering the farmers. I am attempting to I hit him with the heavier curse because now this guy is like, there you go, he died. Okay. Mactaz might draw that farmer too. Pretty close. Okay. So that wasn't too bad. Maybe I'll have him consume a little bit of shadows there. So what do we need to do? We need to kill 6 farmers, 6 farm hands, Farmer Ray and Farmer Getz. It looks like there's also Farmer Kalaba while I'm down here. That is a potential if we feel like it's a doable thing. You know, I love to, like I said on the last playthrough with Shalacir, punch above my weight class there, so I will push myself right up on the edges of extreme frustration. I love it when they do that, when they charge you when you're ranged, because they get mad that you've drawn the aggro. And then, in the meantime, you break their run threshold, and then they just keep running right past you, like they blow past you. It's always pleasant. Alright, so we've killed 2 farmers. There's a footman right there. There's another 2 farmers. So I could go for 2. Oh, we did draw both. Okay. Okay, we're gonna hit this guy up as well. I did not get my extreme I did not get my extreme curse off. Yeah, that guy might just die as he runs, or he might bring us more death. He's coming back. So he didn't bring anything, which is fine. Now, because these guys are humans, I guess I should have Mactaz help out. I do have the pleasure of being able to eat their body. Nom 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 nom. Just love that squishy eating sound. But anyhow, so yeah, it's very important, especially this time here, the timing that we have going on. It's very important for me to be able to, like, I give my family the heads up, and a lot of the times what will happen is at the end of the night, I will tell my wife, you know, hey, I am kind of on the fence between starting an episode, which between filming it, prepping, and then processing typically takes an hour and a half, and that's if it doesn't go long. So hour would be the best case scenario, and then hour and a half is crud. Back there. It's just pulled. Field full of dudes. Okay, so that's Farmer Kalaba. So we are going to go ahead and see what we can get here. What I will do is sacrifice him. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to see what we can do with the sacrifice and how long that will last. Okay, so if they're both running, that's great. Okay. Now I can resummon him. That's pretty spicy move there. I don't know what the cooldown on sacrifice is, but that's pretty good. It's probably actually not much of a cooldown. We did get Farmer Kalaba, so in our punching above the weight class kind of thing that we were doing, that was one of the dangerous things that we needed to do. So that's cool. We do still need 3 Hillsbrad farmers. Those are farm hands. There's farmers up here too, so good look towards getting some more. Yeah, there's no cooldown on sacrifice. It's just that you have to, you've got to sacrifice your demon form, and it's not. Oh, I've got to need some mana. Me need mana. Okay, so I guess I'll life tap it up a little bit. So, you know, when I'm running that by her, and I say, hey, you know, I'm gonna make that amount of time, or because we spend each night, we always make sure, no matter what. Sometimes it's just we'll watch like shows together. We'll stream some shows and we'll sit and watch it while we both kind of play on our phone and watch shows. Sometimes we do that. But I would say equally likely we will do something else. We'll play a game. Lately it's been World of Warcraft Classic because she'll kind of let me steer the ship when it comes to the game preferences. We've also been doing a Gloomhaven campaign with her and my son and myself. We have a fourth character that we have my other daughter, but she's not really into it, so a lot of the times we just end up controlling her character. We just take turns, like round robin. Pretty fun. We actually they really enjoy it. I actually am surprised because like last night we did a mission and normally it takes us we'll play a individual campaign over 2 days, and we typically will do that like one per week. Let's have him consume some shadows. Mactaz is a little low. Clerk Horace White said he's deep in there. That's why it's such a high level thing, because we've got to go into that place if we really want to successfully do this. But last night we did a mission in one day, and my wife her work schedule is like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing. So today is Sunday at the time we're filming this. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, that's where I have a little bit of a greater chance. If I was gonna make a second episode, it would usually be because I've pulled off. Brush my off there. Pulled off a little. Let's see that guy. And these peasants are useless to us too, so I pulled off getting some more done. But we finished that mission in one. We did it in one go. It was typically the Gloomhaven scenario objectives are you just kill everything. But we had one that was sort of like a speed run. Like you had to make it to a certain location, and then you had to kill whatever you uncovered. And because we the difference I think between the video game and because you can play a digital version of the game now, the video game and the board game is there's a rule, and it says it right in the book, and you can exploit this rule, which says if you have to spawn more pieces than the game actually has come with, those creatures just don't spawn. So, I mean, typically there's like from 6 to 10 copies of any given mob. Oh, there's another farmer that we need to kill.
I can't cast that yet.
So this guy's getting dragged there too, but I'm gonna hit the other. Hit this other. Hit our other dots going on. Okay. This guy up there, he's actually getting me pretty good. I'm gonna try draining life from this one. I'm getting a little low. Okay, good. Alright, so we're getting our farm hands. We did get our first of our 2 farmers spectaculars that we need to get. Go ahead and eat him too. So anyway, we just, as a team, we just ran through the dungeon, essentially ignoring, hampering, CCing the mobs. And then, at the end, we managed to open the final room, which is where the target mobs were at. And then we were like, well, because we got there so fast, there was supposed to be like 8 mobs or something in the room. But there was only 2 of the pieces that we hadn't already spawned, and they were all undead. So they're slow, and we can be much faster. I'm a rogue, so I'm the fastest on the team. And because we knew the mission was going to be quick, and the way that game works, there's no dice or anything. You have cards, and your deck sort of progressively gets smaller and smaller as you play, because you have to burn every time you have to reshuffle your available cards. You have to burn 1 card. So if you start with like 9 cards, you do the math. You know, you get like 20 something turns, because you can only play 2 cards per turn. Some classes are designed to have longer cards, but anyway, there's certain cards that almost all the cards, about half of them have a burn option. Citizen Wilkes says that they are. There he is. Okay, so let's get this guy too.
I'm out of range.
I do like that he is like just walking on his own. So Citizen Wilkes is another one of our dangerous members of society here. I don't know. Luckily, he's just walking around chilling. Alright, cool. So we've killed 2 on the dangerous mission. I don't know about those blossoms. The third one is inside here. I guess let's check it out. Doesn't seem... Oh, look at that. Hillsbrad Council. That's a shooter. That one worries me. Let's see what we can do. If we can kind of pull this guy. Okay, we'll use the good curse on him. He's got that good curse. Oh, look, we did not pull it. That's fantastic. So I did burn my better curse, but I can eat this dude's flesh after 2 because I'm getting whacked on pretty hard. That's never a good thing. Nobody wants to get whacked on pretty hard. So anyway, the family liked it, and then we finished the mission, and we're typically used to, like I said, we'll do it over 2 days, and then they were like, oh yeah, now we can play one tomorrow.
I need to get closer.
So I gotta try to draw this Frost Mage out a little bit away. Okay. So I'm gonna have Mactez. We'll hit the dots on this guy. And then I've got to be ready. Oh man, I just remembered. Okay. So I've got to hit her. Well, him. Okay. Oh, they got me good on that one. Okay, so now I'm going to try to drain this one's life because I am quite low. He just tanked him, which is good. And then a little bit. Okay, so that was what happened. I just realized what happened. I have this health stone, create lesser, but I have consume minor right there. So that was my conundrum. So then I had to search through my bag for my health stone. I hope this person's not going to mess with me too much, like in terms of trying to take my ads or take my. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I do want to get back a couple. Oh, he interrupted me, I think. Or something. I didn't get it off. So we'll get after this. We don't actually need the Hillsbrad Footman.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I hope that Orc Shaman does not go in there and try and... If they do, that would be rude as heck. Because I clearly cleared Oh, I just pulled. I moved it the last second. I guess I'm gonna. Oh, crud. Now I have to get out of here. And I've just pulled all these people. I gotta get ready for sacrifice, because I just screwed that all up. Worrying about... Okay, let's see what we can get going on. I mean, maybe not. I mean, Mactaz might die. But that shaman might come in there, too. So, I guess I'll heal him up a little bit. Okay, because she was coming in there to take my mob, so... That was, okay, now he can consume shadows a little bit. I didn't want to do it. I felt like I had fought my way in there. And I just didn't want that going down. But now that we have a partner, should be pretty good. Envious spam for people we're actually leveling all. Alright, so this is Citizen or Clerk Horace Whitestead is one of the other quote unquote dangerous mobs that we need. That shaman is look like they're wielding a two-hander, so cool. I guess that means when they do that, you're typically trying to go like whirlwind style. This is probably what makes this a level 28 quest, to be honest. There's Clerk Horace Whitestead. Yikes. Okay. Let's kill. I'm getting busted on. True. Okay, so... Oh, they died. Uh-oh. So, we're gonna go ahead and sacrifice and get out of there. That's unfortunate. I died too. We did kill the guy, so there's that. It was kind of like a suicide run. Didn't realize there was like that many mobs. Probably could have done that smarter. At least we got the guy though. So what's left? Minor Hackett. Ooh, that's Farmer Ray. I need him as well. Minor Hackett looks like he patrols down there, so that should be a lot easier. Okay. And I managed to run out of there a little bit more. So I do have to kill one more farmhand. I do have to kill Farmer Ray up there, and then Minor Hackett. So I'm taking some ownership that I kind of just that was basically my fault. Like I kind of just blundered my way in there a little bit. But yeah, like I said, we got the guy. I need Farmer Ray still. And then there's Minor Hackett. Like I said, I need one more farmhand. So we're doing pretty good. I think we'll be fine because it looks like, again, it looks like this guy patrols. Unless that guy is down in a mine. That might be tricky. But whatever. Again, we could suicide run that if we have to, because now I feel like we might as well get all these done. Now, I don't know where we get these mud snouty oh, down there. I see it. We'll turn these quests in before we do that, because we're getting close. We're around the 45-minute mark. I think we can finish this one, and we might be able to come and either finish the Mud Snout Blossoms, or maybe they'll give us another quest. Let's go ahead and get our guy. She's already back. She's rezzed. I thought Shaman had some kind of reincarnation move, but I don't know what level you get that. Not super early, because I don't have it with any of my characters, and they're around the 25, 26. Like, I think my my wife, Shaman, on that one, I think we're like level 26, and she doesn't have it yet, and we have, because we're being so thorough, we have all the gold we need in that. Yeah, so they are done with me, and that's fine. I don't really need any hand-holding. I could use some, we could rejuve a little bit. Let's have him kind of pick up some pieces here, and then I will just life tap it up as much as I can. Really, that's the best life tap I have? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so then now I'll drain a little bit of his mana, of his life. Yeah, it's not really. I guess we'll get some of our energy back. None of my dots. Oh, great. Not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, I've got to kill Citizen Wilkes again now. Great. Okay, so I'm going to go full bore on him. Just because it's getting a little dicey. He resisted my freaking curse. That's lame. Okay, so, I don't know. Maybe those will ramp up. Mac has died. Bummer. Okay, so I've got some Dwarven Mild. I don't have the mana needed. I guess we can tap. Great. You are just amazing. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm gonna have to fear this dude. I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, now I guess I'll summon my Voidwalker back while he's feared. Because he's coming back. That stinks. Maybe use my last potion. I mean, I can, of course, I can go drink. Come on, bro. Come on, Mac does. I mean, I can sacrifice if need be. Are you kidding me? Gosh. If he breaks my bubble, I'm screwed. Oh, he just gave right up and came right back. Oh, okay. So first, let's eat some corpses. Now we're like that. I can't believe how dicey that got right there. Like, I'm having to blow through everything I have. All right, so we got that. Let's make another Lesser Soul Stone so we can have one of those in the pocket. I think I'm going to actually have to drink my milk I've been holding onto. But I do think I have a juice. I think I've got a juice box. Yeah. I've also got that Dalaran. So I could life tap and then eat raw sagefish. Okay, so the milk helped me a little bit. Let's summon our demon. I gotta get some... I'm starting to burn through some of those soul shards. We gotta replenish that. Cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and life tap the heck out of this. Get myself back to control. Because then I'm gonna eat my dwarven sharp that I just picked up. I got a bunch of them actually. Eat some cheese. I'm full of dead flesh and cheese. Alright, so we need one more farmhand. Now let's get to the business of killing the things we actually need to kill. Oh, I didn't even use... I must have ran out. To say, like... Or I just never chose to respawn, but... Or I just had bad timing and I finally died after my soulstone. Gone. Alright, so there's a farmer. Don't need any of those. I guess I'm going to pull him. Just for fun. Not pull more than one. And just let this guy rock and roll. I'm guessing this guy's in the house. He's got a dog named Stanley. Farm hands. We'll catch one of those on the way out. Catch them outside. How about that? Right. That's just a farmer. I bet he's upstairs. Okay, so let's hit the farmer. Another one inside here. Maybe if we just stay... Oh yes, disarm me. That is a wise use of your time. Okay, so he's down. Let's eat him up. I got a pitchfork. 10 damage polearm. That's actually, I mean, whatever. It's not... You're not going to be going on any raids with it, but... Okay, so we have a farmer in here. I don't know if I pulled another guy just now. I heard a little bit of fussy farmer. But I don't know if that was just him, like, what? So we probably have to go upstairs in this guy's house. Total B&E job. Because I don't see him, but his little questy icon is here. There is Farmer Ray. Oh good, there's nothing back here, so that's good. Oh, he wants my dude. My dude. Alright, so he's right going after him. Nice shot there, but that's going to hold the threat. Okay, so... Get the soul. Alright, so we got Farmer Ray. We've done our killings. For our farmers... Oh, we need one more farmhand. Forgot Farmer Ray was different. Okay, so let's... There's a farmhand right there. Get him going. And... Not too shabby. So that will be all of the Battle of Hillsbrad. That's actually the first half, and then Dangerous. We almost pulled off. Cool. We just need that miner who looks to be... He patrols down there. Now, is that above ground or in a mine? Probably, unfortunately for us, that is probably underground in a mine. There's a chicken. And that's what we're going to try to kill. By the time we actually pull that off, that will most likely be Hillsbrad Apprentice Blacksmith. It's most likely going to be all we can kind of handle for this ep. But we've accomplished some good stuff. I guess I'm going to just go that way because otherwise I'm going to pull the stupid footman. And I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're getting... I don't even know what I'm going to do for... Like I said, I've been going full on affliction. Got a gouging pick. I think we're okay in terms of bag space still. Yeah, I still have a decent amount. 4 or 5 slots left. 5. Alright, so let's go to Miner Hackett. There's a giant moss creeper. Now, it says he's under there, but obviously He must be literally under us. So now we've got to find the entrance to this mine. Does it start right there? Alright, let's come look over this way. I don't even see... Maybe that's it right there. So on the other side of this little bit of hills. Which means that he does patrol in a mine underground like a butthole. And that is going to be the other reason why, although... Oh no, we're still 12 minutes away. I was going to say, we might be close enough to Hearth territory. I don't care though. If we die, I would just take the res sickness and die. Alright, so we've discovered Azure Lode Mine. I wonder if that's where he is. Does he actually tell? Wanted for... It doesn't say where he is. I guess your hint is that he's a miner and there is a mine nearby. That's just World of Warcraft Classic for you, baby. Alright. Here's where it gets to be level 28. Look. Level freaking 27 and 28. Sentries. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's not good. This might have to hold... I don't know if we can handle that. I didn't know it was going to be a mine full of... oh gosh. It's Louise. Okay, so this other guy, maybe I can fear him? Okay, we got that sentry. Let's... Oh my gosh, Mactez, we're screwed, buddy. Screwed, my friend. Okay, get him. He's 27. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Yikes. So if he starts to get too low on the life there... Oh, well, I pulled the threat, so... I'll pull the sacrifice if I have to. We might be able to pull it off. He's running. Okay. Ah, gosh! Of freaking course. Pull it out of here. Can I get up this stupid hill? Where in the world? Alright, so this is... Oh, of course. Why would we not want to go... Oh my god. This sucks. Okay, so get out of this mine. Just get out of here. Stop. Thank you, God. Okay. So, I don't know where the heck Miner Hackett is. He's level 29. So is that what we're talking about? So maybe we need to take a peek. Because the Azure Lode Mine, though, it doesn't look like that's not connected to the entrance. So is he just patrol somewhere deep inside the mine? I don't know. Let's find out where he's at. Miner Hackett. Hackett. Okay. Let's find out. Some comments. Yes, he is in the mine. Huge aggro range. Take the lower entrance to the mine at 2658. Okay. Lower entrance to the mine. Well, that seems to be the lower entrance. Yeah, like, that's it. That thing we saw. I didn't know there were two entrances to the mine. With the soloed as a 31 shaman. Yeah, see. Just took his time spawning. Okay. Yep, so I guess I'll bang my head against this wall for a few minutes. And that will be how we try to wrap this episode up. Either with me dying and then getting the res sickness and everything, or not dying and being successful. The aggro range does appear to be huge. Okay, so let's pull one at a time. And we will see what we can get here. I will have to be there he's resisting. Great, gotta love when that happens. I do not know why what the absolute heck is... Yeah, I gotta just spam Shadow Bolt. And his... Like, there. Oh. There goes that aggro range on me. Just die on the first guy. Got to be freaking kidding me. Okay, so... I thought we should probably kill her, too. I'll make another one of these, although I can't...
Not enough mana.
Not enough mana. Guess I'll use my shot. I can't even hit her with corruption. I can't hit her with any of the... Oh, she's done. Great. Run, girl. Come on. You don't want me. Wow. She was just... So she didn't want to run. Good to know. Good to know. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and drink some of this stuff. Yeah. So that was 2 guys, but... That mine is so freaking crazy deep, too. Look how far he potentially is in there. Yeah, we're gonna die for sure. Don't you worry, fan base. We are gonna die. I don't know what Mactaz is doing here. Going crazy with himself. I mean, I'm just hoping maybe I can find some... I don't even know. Yeah, it's like they don't want to run. Okay. I got a forest leather chest piece. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna blow through all this cheese and stuff each time. Eat the corpses when I can. Just get back up as close to full as I can after every fight. Yeah, they get that. Okay, so... Gonna hit this guy up again, too. He's having a... Mactaz is having a hard time navigating. And yeah, this is gonna be a suicide run because I don't even think getting out of here is a realistic option. And maybe I'll try to get some of my stones back. Okay. I don't have the mana on this one, but sure. Get life tap. Then eat the flesh. Great. Got me. You interrupted my meal. That's incredibly rude of you. Okay. Oh, he resisted that curse. Okay. Mactaz, you are annoying. You cannot hold threat at all. Oh, yes, please, resist my... Sure. Alright, let's eat some more cheese, why don't we? Mactaz is fine. Not doing anything to hold threat. I guess maybe I could try that too. I could really let him that going on? Okay, so I'm gonna let Mactez come in here, and then just let him. I mean, I will put dots on. Like that's just too helpful. And then I'll just use my wand, and I don't know what that's gonna go, how that's gonna go. If this is gonna actually be positive, and yeah, he's already done with me. He's already done with Mactez.
Still recharging.
Just who did I pull? You know. Alright. Where am I in terms of... I'm still not even to the portion of the mine where he can spawn. That's a Hillsbrad miner off to himself over there. I don't really need that. Got a cheese again. That's good. Replenish the old cheese stock. I don't really know which way I should go. There he is right there. Question answered. Okay. Get him. Okay, so I found him. Okay, he's resisting. This guy's resisting all my magic. So it's gonna be... Remember, we just need to kill him. This can absolutely be a suicide run if needed. Okay. We're gonna eat his flesh. His flesh is nummy. And we're gonna do what we can here to... Okay, so I've got two guys. This one I'm just gonna pull this miner, kind of like I did on the other one. And I don't want... Yeah. Okay, so he is all on me. All eyes on me. Okay, not the end of the world. It's just... Not the best either. Resistant, man, what a jerk. Alright, so we're gonna go back in the old bag. We're gonna eat some cheese. I wish I could get some more juice or milk or something. This is where... So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to pull that last miner. Yeah, now that he's patrolled away, I'm gonna wait for him to do like he just did, where he turns just a pinch. And I'm gonna try to pull that miner. Okay. Because if we can do that, there you go. So he's pulled. And then I'm just gonna punch. He's a little lower level, that's good. I do have all the threat on me. And then I can go and just use all my stuff. So he's already losing his dot. Should pull off. Okay. So now, there's my guy. So I'm gonna life tap it up, get as full as I can. That's pretty good. Eat my last cheese. Perfect timing. Okay, I have my soul stone still, so I can... If Mactez lives, that might be enough for his soul resurrection. I've got 8 minutes of that. I have one of these. I don't have a potion, and I don't think I can make one. I don't have a vial for that, but it doesn't really matter. If I had a vial, dang it, I could at least get one of those going on. Alright, here we go. So, we are going to hit him with that. Now as he runs, we're going to bust this out, and then now we're going, he's level 29. He's going to resist everything I have. Use my mana potion as needed. Okay, we're getting him. Okay. Dang it. He's resisting every dang thing I have. Okay, so now it's a matter of this. Can I shadow bolt him? Can I fear? Will he resist my fear? He did resist fear. Okay. He was resisting the heck out of my fear.
Cast that yet.
My gosh, okay. Can I fear him? Please, God, can I fear him? There we go. Okay, so that'll get some shots on him. Just don't pull another guy. Please don't pull another guy.
I need to get closer.
He pulled another guy.
That's still.
Dang it, I'm gonna be toast. That guy resisted it also. There's just no way. 29, he's just too strong. Okay, so they're resetting. Bummer. Okay, so Mactaz did hold some threat pretty good. Sacrifice was pretty essential. I think I had some bad luck.
Why do you call?
I don't have anything to eat here. Oh, I do have an elixir of wisdom. I can get that off. I can make another one of these. That's good. Maybe that's what I need to do, actually, is sacrifice him and then summon another one. If I've got all those soul shards. Okay, so... just sort of kind of waiting for my mana to rejuve. I don't have any... But if I can get mana and life rejuvenation, I guess I could make some bandages, too. Oh my gosh. He's resisting my magic. Oh, I need my demon armor back on. Okay, so I thought this might happen. I was hoping it wouldn't. Okay, so he is leading through those dots. Dang. Resisting left and right.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Just resisting left and right. Okay, there goes another Mactaz death.
My mana is low.
I know. Imagine just like suiciding myself. Okay. Resummon him. Whew. Then we can eat that guy's corpse at least. That could help a little bit with the threat. Wasn't quite ready for that. Of course, he's going to have a potential minor respawn. He's hot. I can't believe 29. Annoying too that I found him too, and that I just can't. Yeah, I'll get this. That right here for a second. So, because what I'm going to do now is try to spam out some life taps. Okay, and then bandage up a little bit. Okay. Now we've got to fight this guy again too. It's okay. Okay. I'd rather fight him now than fight him in the heat of the moment, you know. Do what I just did if I have to. My soul stone is probably toast though. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna life tap it up again. Then we're gonna... I can't do that yet. I have 8 seconds cooldown. Alright, so... I had some bad... I mean, I'm close to dinging also, so... Like I did on the last episode, there's also that potential strategy. But then I also did just have some bad luck. So, I don't really know what that soothing... I could also hit him with... See, here we go. This guy spawning in. I mean, it is good for the strategy of getting closer and closer and closer. So let's kind of see where we're at with. Alright, so that gave us 360. We are about 1,700. Not that close. We're not that close because we have 3,000. We're about 4,000 XP away. So we would need to kill around 10, 11 guys. That's a bit much. Okay. All right. I think we're as good as we're gonna get. Okay. So we got him with this stuff. He's resisting. Okay, now I'm just gonna hit him with everything that I can. Okay, so just keep hitting him with the dots. I think those are better. I'm actually doing more damage to him with the dots than I would otherwise. And then just keep... Let's try to keep Mactaz maybe up in his spirits. Resisting, he's resisting, he's resisting. Okay. Now maybe I and then sacrifice him, then try to summon another one. See if that'll work.
What do you want from me?
Let's see. Pop one of these potions off. Boom. Okay. We're hitting him with those dots. But now he's all about wanting me. Mactaz is doing nothing to him. And like I said, we will... Okay, so those are quick dots. Oh, great. We freaking did it! Suicide run, baby! Okay. Now we are just coming out of this mine as fast as we can. Maybe we'll make it out without dying. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I don't really care. Because I'll be suiciding... Oh, I couldn't even click sacrifice fast enough. Alright, so... I say I'm just going to take the res sickness because that was all I really wanted to accomplish. It's fine with me. 10 minutes because I'll be logged out. I do need to repair. Let's turn these quests in. Whew. Fast and loose with life. That's how we play World of Warcraft Classic. How we roll. Alright, what do we got here? Do I want to turn in the Elixir of Pain first? Sure. How much money did it cost us to die like that many times? I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Alright, so Elixir of Pain.
I remember you, Farinel. You were going to help me out in concocting my latest elixir. I'll need that blood before I can bring my own special brand of misery to the inhabitants of Hillsbrad. superb collecting, Farinel.
So I do get the hot lion chops. It's official. I also gain some boots, which are better than I otherwise thought. Oh, he has the next step in that. We're close to digging also.
Ah, nothing like the smell of fresh blood in the foothills. Now mixing a touch of this and a little of that, and let the real fun begin. What I have created with this blood I like to call the elixir of pain. If my calculations are correct, this concoction could be the start of something very beautiful for Lady Sylvanas. What we need is a test. Take this elixir out to the northern farm in Hillsbrad Fields to the southwest. Let's see how Farmer Ray's little dog Stanley likes his treat.
We actually saw Stanley. I was wondering just now, before, like, interesting that there's a little NPC dog there, but that's why we're gonna poison him. So we put on some better boots, just like that. Our boots have been upgraded. This guy's got nothing really that we can do. What's our gold situation? We're up to 45. We were at 9, so we haven't gained a ton. I don't think tailoring supplies is typically a repair. No, I'm looking for some to repair us. Let's also turn in the other 2 while we're here.
Speak quickly.
So the Battle of Hillsbrad.
At ease, Warlock. I see that you have returned from battle. My sources tell me that you performed well on the Hillsbrad front.
Okay, 17 gold, and I
Beware,
dinged.
our enemies abound.
I don't really know what I was. This is reducing their chance to resist. So I'm gonna kind of take a peek at that. It's gonna be classic. Wow. Warlock talents. Just so we can kind of. This isn't the exact one I wanted. There we go. I love, like I've talked about, I like icy veins more. So I think this is demonic sacrifice. It's not really what we're into. We're going more on this, the Shadow Mastery Ruin side of things. So we do need. So the Drain Soul would give me extra mana regen. That's kind of nice. I could also gain Interruption while I'm channeling Drain Life. Don't care as much about that. I also have these. That row is just unlocked for me. So I don't want that one, but those 2 I do. And then, yeah, the improved Drain Soul. I do want one more chance of resistance. The Reach, your Corruption and Drain Life spells to cause me to enter Shadow Trance. The Shadow Trance state reduces the casting time, so it makes your Shadow Bolt instacast. That's actually pretty cool. So a 2% chance when I'm ticking on Corruption that I can instacast or Drain Life just for fun. So I think that's cool. I think I'm going to pick Nightfall. I like it. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't picked that first, but I think that's cool. Then I think I would go back to the Suppression. I do like that. And I think I would rather have the Drained Soul, and then I would go to Grim Reach. I don't care as much about Fell Concentration. That's just to get us, I think, to the next tier, because ultimately they want you right here. Siphon Life. 15. It looks like it's a little better than maybe it replaces. I don't know. But also Curse of Exhaustion. So that would let me slow them down. A slow spell. I forgot I had that. I never even used that thing. Alright, so none's too shabby. Elixir Pain, yeah, you turn it. Oh, I think, yeah, there you go. She has the dangerous one as well. Here's our, should be our big boost, because that was our level 25 quest. A new wand, much better than what we currently have, and a helmet. You are quite the bounty hunter, Warlock. Well done. Nice. So that is a big upgrade for us. We get a helmet. Other than our engineer, who has the goggles, this is our first official helmet we found in game. Super duper cool to have one. and a much better wand. Very cool in that regard as well. We also have, now that we are level 25, we have a couple people. We don't have the money. I gotta sell first.
I am
but
forsaken.
so the Battle of Hillsbrad continues. Word of the attack on the northern farms has the townfolk panicked. Most excellent. Our Deathstalkers report peasants fleeing to the fields in southern Hillsbrad. The fools think they can hide in the orchards and escape their doom. Prove them wrong, Farinell. Return to Hillsbrad Fields and seek out the cowering peasants. Lay waste to them in the name of our Dark Lady. Dismissed. Now they want us to kill those peasants that we had to kill 50 of to even do that mission. So we have, whatever, that's cool. We have reasons to go back there now. And I'm seeing another quest. Oh, right here. Souvenirs of Death.
I am forsaken.
I hear you were enlisted by Darthalia to wage war on the humans of Hillsbrad. So jealous I am. But you're off having all the fun, slaying humans, pillaging the town, terrorizing innocent people. I am stuck standing guard here in Terran Mill. Perhaps you'll take pity on an old death god like myself. You see, I'm collecting human skulls, and you'll be fighting humans for quite some time. Over the course of your long battle, bring me 30 skulls, and I will make it worth your while.
Alright, so now, the next time we play, we will be back in here, ravaging, murdering, killing. We could get skulls from Durnhold Keep as well. I don't care so much about that. If we're here, that's if we wanted to go back and get easy skulls from the Syndicate. But I think we'll stick around here, and we probably won't even do Elixir of Agony yet. There's no point. So on our next episode, we will continue this battle against them. I'm trying to find somebody that can repair. He's a master tailor. I was planning on going back, and if money seemed to allow, I was going to... That's a mushroom seller. Is there really not a single repair person in here? A magus. That would be weird if there was no repairs in Terran Mill. There's like a weird cooking stand out there. Bat handler. This is the apothecary guy. There's an herbalist. He's the Apothecary Society.
Hello.
Alchemist. So there's really not a repair. Oh, maybe in this house. Yeah, stable, general goods.
I'm
So
listening.
he's not a repair person.
Embrace the shadow.
This, that's the innkeeper. Tradesman.
Forsaken.
He doesn't repair, so hopefully upstairs there's some people we'll probably, if we haven't already, tortured and poisoned them. Are you legit serious that there is not a single repair? No one in this town can repair, sell armor, sell weapons. That seems weird. What back here? A cook.
What is
Well, that solves everything.
trust no one?
You. I don't know, ladies and gents, unless I'm missing something. There are no people that repair in this town. Just seems. Yeah. Oh, is that is that what it is? Is this a further little building across the field? There's Hans. I am Hans, and I'm here to help. Yeah. There, way out here is an orc weaponsmith. Just chilling.
What do you need?
Okay, 17 gold in repairs. How much do I make back? Well, I can get almost all of it back just from that pitchfork. That's nice. The boots, and I'll sell those wool bandages that I made. So boom. Now I've made it. I don't think I mean, I could get my cooking up if I were to cook those smoked sage fish, and that cook is back there. So I could play around with that, and maybe be up to about 98 on cooking. Let's sell that cheese. Don't care about the linen cloth. Another pitchfork. Those ears. The big bear meat. Yeah, so I have... sell this meat cleaver, leather armor, shoulder pads that I can't wear. Okay. So we're okay. There's no need for me to sell my meat necessarily. right away. I am getting low on the shards. I used up almost a whole bag pulling that off. But I have enough gold to go back to Stormwind and learn those rest of my powers. Level up Sacrifice and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'll do that off camera. I mean, there's no need to see me do that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This one was slightly longer because I didn't expect that miner was going to be right there so accessible. I did see that he was a hard fight, but we pulled it off. That's pretty impressive. So thank you everyone so much for watching, for listening, and I will see everyone next time on the next episode of Lore Warcraft.